Hello, welcome to a video for the Hisui Cup in GBL in the Go Battle League. I've been away for about a week and a half or so. I was at the Seattle Go Fest. Fortunately, I had to cut it short because of COVID. Still a bit kind of sick, if you may notice. Anyway, we're back now, and I'm gonna make a video, a YouTube video. I made a fantastic backline, not a complete line, but a backline that I'm a big fan of, and I'm gonna show you what the team is. I haven't figured out what the lead should be with this. But yeah, this is the team. I'm not gonna show you all the battles that I played. I did gain about 150 so far, but a lot of people just top left it or didn't have much of a chance. I don't know, with their line. They either build very weak to fighting lead. You'll see a lot of teams that are very weak to Gastrodon lead. Hisui Cup is very tricky for a lot of people. And I think that Hisui Electrode and Cresselia are absolute staples. Hisui and Electrode, arguably the best safe swap in this meta. I don't know if Lucario is the lead to have. I tried Frostless for a bit. Maybe Drifblim is better. I don't know. It's very difficult to find something consistent. Anyway, let's get into some of these battles. They were around the 3200s. I am about 3300 now. And here we see another Bastiodon lead. So usually this comes with like a Toxicroak and a Gastrodon. Here I make a fantastic misplay. Because what I should do here is swap in my Hisui and Electrode. It's not as consistent, but I am very positive there is a Toxicroak in the back. And letting myself get hit there with a Earth Power is not smart, because now Bastiodon can farm me down. I'm letting him get me a bit lower. That's why I went over 100 energy there. But yeah, this is not looking great now if it's Toxicroak, because Toxicroak with 2 shields up is pretty difficult for this line. Usually Toxicroaks, if they're in the lead, they swap out against my Electrode, so then I'm fine. But here, not so much. I'm gonna let him farm me down, not throw a move, because I want to get farm on this Lucario beta shield from the Toxicroak in the back if there's one. Let's see what my opponent does here. It will be very tricky to overcome this, because I have to use a shield there. There is the Toxicroak as predicted and misplayed. Most of the battles I've recorded and I'm showing here are also games of how I should play it differently. So they're not all gonna be huge wins. We're gonna see some fun opponents though. Like we're facing Toe Tactical later. We're facing Dialab Churn, Reezy as well. I'm undercharging here because if Bastiodon farms me down, I'm also in trouble, right? He flamethrowers my Lucario then. So I need to perfectly undercharge this, but every counter on my Lucario also hits really hard. So I don't know if this is it. This might be perfect. I don't know. But Bastiodon's still very healthy, right? I only got like 2 or 3 counters in. And yeah, this is not it probably, because the Smackdowns are double resist. Lucario is very strong against Bastiodon, but even at so little HP, Lucario is still very fragile. This is a very good lead. Basically, this team is very weak to a Drifblim lead, right? And we're gonna see more of that later. Gallade safe swap. Gallade is an interesting pick in this meta. I think it wins a lot of like shield advantage scenarios, but not against my Cresselia. Cresselia wins this no matter what. I mean, if I don't use shields and they do, then obviously they win. But I mean, I don't need to shield this. This is probably a Leaf Blade. It also learns close combat and Synchronoids. I know it will be CMP there, so don't throw yet. I can build up some more energy. The Confusions hit hard from Gallade, but they're resist on Cress. Cress is like the ultimate PvP Pokemon. Like its bulk is so good, its flexibility is so good. It's a stupid Pokemon, really. So Krasnod takes this out already. They come with the Drapion. Drapion, a very strong Pokemon, but also the Shadow variant is pretty fragile, right? So this Moonblast is gonna chunk pretty well. Even the Zero Shields is so for Drapion. Like, they have to throw really fast on my Cresselia. I get to another Grass Knot here. This won't KO it yet. My opponent knows they might let it go, and they do let it go. But this thing is very low. Can Can I snipe this with one counter? And I do, and it's dead. And now my opponent has a Drifblim. That thing is actually the core breaker to my line, so they actually had a shot, but it's whatever. Okay, oh yeah, Gastrodon lead. It's always difficult. I didn't see exactly who the opponent was, but... Oh, this is not the one I thought it would be. Alright, so... Electrode versus Bastiodon. Now, this is a good showcase, because I'm going to show you how good Electrode is here. Obviously, a Bastiodon user never wants to give the fighter, especially Lucario, too much energy, right? Because Lucario with energy... that's basically why I chose Lucario over Toxicroak. The coverage is so good. Like, Shadow Ball even hits the ghost really hard, right? It basically one-shots them almost. The counters hit really hard everywhere. So yeah, so Bastiodons usually don't tend to throw immediately here. And if they don't, I get 3 wild charge and the third one will KO. In fact, if I dare even throwing my second and third wild charge later, I might even get to 4 here. But because I threw them pretty early, I don't. Anyway, I'm a shield advantage up here. Obviously I have to shield a flamethrower here, because it will do a ton. Bastiodon is not very offensive weighted, but Lucario is not very defensive weighted. So that flamethrower will do like 80%, if not more. In comes Gastrodon again, and they're staying in. Gastrodon is very commonly paired with stuff like Bastiodon and Toxicroak. Usually they lead Bastiodon with that. Yeah, the body slam is not gonna do much. I'll throw in their mud slap so they cannot catch it. I'm expecting Toxicroak, and Cresselia is the core breaker to those two, right? Whereas these Pokemon have hard matchups on their own, Cresselia is very flexible and can take on a lot of things. Even in its worst matchups, Cresselia still puts up a very good fight. We're gonna see so much Cresselia action here. I'm a big fan of this pseudo double grass, right? Like, he's suing Electrode as a very good grass attacker, and Cresselia with the grass knot coverage, just in case necessary for like a Gastrodon. Should have done another Psycho Cut there, but it's okay. The grass knot does about 90% on a Gastrodon, so we win that. Alright, here we go. So this one is going to be a tough one. This is actually a set of 2, right? Because I'm going to play the same team, or almost same team twice. You're going to see what kind of general line this is. They have double biters, so I already know it's a bite skunk in the back. I'm gonna bait the energy ball here. Not very smart, but wild charge will do a lot here. Like, if they have a bad IV Drapion, that plus Thundershocks might take it out. And they throw a move here, actually, kind of surprising. I wish I threw my wild charge first now. And I should have, because I'm not gonna get 2 wild charge here. You're gonna see how greedy I am here, and I die with it. I still was 1 Thundershock off as well. I should have thrown the wild charge immediately if I throw energy ball first. So good lesson for me. They're gonna bite a lot here to get to an Aqua Tail. Aqua Tail from a Shadow Drapion does a lot. It's actually a lot. It's like 40, yeah, like 40%. Can I even count this down? I can. Okay, that's nice. And I come out with a Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does a lot on Gastrodon. Gastrodon is not fragile, but also not very bulky. It has like comparable stats to a Sableye. I bring in the crest. They have a Bite Skunk. And that kind of sucks. That kind of sucks. The Moonblast does do a lot of damage. The good thing here about Crest is that a Moonblast and Grass Knot will take out this Skuntank, which is really good. And you know what mistake I made here? If I threw the Wild Charge, I have a shield advantage, I win that. Because then I can get to a Grass Knot. Now I play against Toe, my friend. He already knows my line, so he blind swaps here. Oh, he blind swaps. If I stayed in, oh man, that'd be so good for me. So we got some sort of rematch here against the same line. I already know it's a Bite Skuntank in the back. He knows my line, I know his line. And he throws the Crunch before I throw my Wild Charge, which is very convenient, because now I can just throw these two. If he has a bad Drapion, it will take him out, but he does not take the chance. He throws Aqua Tail immediately. I could shield and take the shot. If he no-shoots and he survives with 1 HP, it's very bad for me. But it really comes down to IVs. My Electrode's pretty good IV. That actually does not help a lot in these matchups, I find. Maybe a higher attack weighted Electrode might do it, but I like my good IVs just to get to more moves at 1 HP sometimes. And I know he's gonna get the 2 Aqua Tails, so I want to chip this as much as possible. Because then maybe my Crest can sweep it. I know he has Bite Skunk in the back, but we just saw against my previous opponent that I can get to a Moonblast and a Grass Knot. So maybe if I can get that really low, I might be able to like, what's it called, to like get to a Moonblast, Grass Knot on the Skunk, and maybe a Grass Knot on the Gastrodon. Maybe if I'm lucky, I might take it out, but Gastrodon did not take a counter though. And the Grass Knot does not one-shot from full HP like it does on a Swampert. So, let's see how far we get. There we go, there comes the Moonblast. They do get to a crunch, and they do decide to throw it. Some people don't throw it because they want to get the extra 1 bite in. Just fair, I guess. Or they're afraid that I get an extra Grass Knot. I will take this out immediately. I got the defense drop. That might be either very bad if I don't get to my move. It might be better if it kills me quicker. But my Lucario dies to 1 Mud Slap, so not optimal. I do get to this Grass Knot. Will this take it out? Will this take it out? It barely does take it out. Do I kill him 1 counter? I don't kill him 1 counter either. That's so close against such a hard counter line. I wasn't even mad. Alright, my other friend, Eddie. Dilap Churn. Very good player from Canada. One of the best in the world, probably. Leads a Pachirisu. Now, you either hate or love Pachirisu. I just say use it if you have one, because it's very strong. So, I'm gonna try to catch it, and I do catch. Pachirisus tend to throw on 4 or 5 usually, so I catch there. The Thunder Punch is double resisted, does nothing. Electrode is like the new hardest answer to Pachirisu. And this is actually a matchup I can flip, but I don't want per se. I want to get shields down, that's what I want. So that's what I'm gonna do. Gonna throw this energy ball right here, because if I bait 1 energy ball successfully, I can get to double wild charge and then I win the 2 shields. But he no shields! Which makes me think he has 2 answers to Lucario, like a Cresselia. I'm gonna let this go and farm down with Lucario instead. I was actually surprised to lose CMP there. I wasn't aware of Electrode's attack stat at all, to be honest. And I get the perfect farm down. I have a loaded Lucario right now. And they come in with... What you got? With the Pachirisu. And I'll throw this Shadow Ball here. This will do a lot of damage, so Dilap might respect this. He does not, though. He's gonna 2-shoot something in the back. I catch another Thunder Punch here. Very convenient for me. I might need that. But I don't know yet what's in the back. It's his own. It's his own. Which is a team not very strong, actually rather weak against Bastiodon. Pachirisu does put up a very good fight there though. And Cresselia can hang in there. It's not a great matchup obviously for Crest, but Pachirisu is definitely an alright matchup there. I think Dilap really struggles with like a Bastiodon, Gastrodon core, right? If you don't get them in the right place, you probably just lose. But against those teams, if you can get rid of Bastiodon, Frost is usually really strong. So guess it kind of comes like from 2 ways, right? I'm just gonna throw charge moves here. I mean, he's not gonna shield 2 moves, I assume, because Shadow Ball just does way more. He probably doesn't want to get in counter down range. Probably also doesn't want to keep a shield for a Shadow Ball. And he farms up perfectly here. Perfect. Just 1 before my Grass Knot. Very smart. Very good play by Eddie. Like I said, Eddie's like one of the best in the world. I can bait and then get to Shadow Ball. I know after this move here, I can outpace. I can outpace him. But he has a shield, right? So I have to like bait it. But I'm gonna be cheeky here. I'm gonna like throw immediately, so he thinks it's a pup, right? That I can want to counter him down. Here comes Shadow Ball. He no shields. He no shields. And now he needs 1 more. And he dies with it. He dies with the Thunder Punch. Amazing win against Dilapture. And here's another streamer, Reezy. I know he's a huge Bastiodon fan, so I need to kind of try to flip this. He swaps in the process. Now, let's see some Electrode action here, because I'm gonna show you why Electrode is so fucking good. It's so good. Bait the energy ball successfully. Now, all we have to do is get 2 wild charges. The super effective power stones don't do enough on Electrode that he can completely farm me down. Just building up some energy here. He might throw before me, that's fine. I want to flip this because I'm very positive it's a Bastiodon on the back. Think of one of my earlier Great League videos. Kind of trash talk his strategy on being very RPS with Bastiodon. And you know, Bastiodon lovers, they will always use Bastiodon whenever possible. I don't think Bastiodon is remotely good here. It has way less favorable matchups than an open Great League. But yeah, there it is. And I have Cresselia for this. I think the rest of it speaks for itself. I'm just gonna like grass knot this. He wants to play it out, he does it top left, but this is there's no way for him here. He needs to like get to 2 flamethrowers on my Lucario. But you can't stack 2 moves with Bastiodon, and you cannot farm down a full Cresselia. Cresselia will get to fucking 69 grass knots here. He's gonna try it anyway. But yeah, I will get at least like 3 counters in. He needs, if you throw a flamethrower from full energy, you need at least 2 smackdowns to get to your next move. And 3 counters from Lucario on Bastiodon, that already does so much damage. On top of that, a flamethrower doesn't one-shot. He also needs like 4 smackdowns with it. So he has to throw a move here, which he does. And now I can swap. I survive a flamethrower, and then I can counter down. Probably. Very likely. Hopefully. Here we go. In comes the flamethrower. I do get 3 plus an extra because it throws an alignment in. That does quite some damage, and he still needs some smackdowns to take me out, and that's not enough. So GG there. Remember, if you play against someone who loves to use Bastiodon, they will use it again. They will use it again. Alright, another Gastrodon lead. Very bad for me. I will swap into Electrode. They swap into Drapion. Drapion is kind of a good counter to Electrode. Honestly though, if they run Crunch, you could consider going for swap here. You could. Because with the energy advantage, you barely outpace them. But most of these run Aqua Tails, so I don't shoot a lot here, honestly. I let this go. Gonna farm it completely down with Lucario, probably. See if they have the Aqua Tail. Even a Crunch, actually. I'm gonna let one go. A Crunch already will do so much. I'm gonna try. I like to like keep a shield up for Cress. Cress can do so much. And they throw another one here. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. But you see how much that already does. The poisonings don't do much, but the Crunch really does a lot of damage here. Castron comes in again. I come with Cresselia, and they answer with Frostlass. So sometimes if you get like a shield advantage for your Cresselia, you can actually win this matchup pretty comfortably. Straight Grass Knot. Again, Cresselia even puts up a good fight against his worst counters. And I think at this point my play is to Power Up Punch, to get shields down, Power Up Punch with the Lucario, and then Shadow Ball the Gastrodon. And that might do it. I'm not very sure. They have to shield this. They cannot take out my Cresselia with the Gastrodon, so they have to shield here. In that case, my plan works as I want. I'm not sure if a Shadow Ball, a boost Shadow Ball will kill Gastrodon though. It's gonna be a very close game. Gonna throw it immediately. I want to boost immediately before they farm me down. I'm already at so much energy as well, right? They're probably gonna swap here. I'm gonna throw this boosted Shadow Ball. See if I can count it down after. I think I need to count it down in 1 actually, because this Mud Slap already does so much. Yeah, I don't think I have this. Oh, so close though. So close. Unfortunate, very tough. Okay, the worst lead possible. This is the worst. I'm gonna swap in my Electrode. Even Electrode is so-so here. Some people tend to stay in for a bit because they know you're not gonna throw Wild Charge immediately. In which case I do, because my way to win that is to Shadow Ball the Drifblim usually later. They come with their own Lucario, which is very bad for me. I should have thrown one earlier probably. But I get 2 shields here, which is exactly what I want. So maybe I can Shadow Ball this Drifblim later. I'm gonna throw another Wild Charge. Will take out the Lucario if they don't shield, but they do shield. And I cannot come in with my own Lucario because they're double boosted counters that will do a ton. I think they farm me down before I farm down them, and they already had so much energy. If they bait me here, I have to throw pretty quickly. I think I can do only 4 Psycho Cuts here. So yeah, here we go, Moonblast. We'll take it out. I have a shield advantage, Lucario, it's pretty good for me. I think I can win this. The thing is though, Lucario is so fragile. I know this is an Icy Wind, I know this is. But I feel like if I don't shield, they might waterfall me down, which is not optimal. I don't want that. And here's something that I didn't know. I'm gonna throw on CMP with them on the next Icy Wind. I will survive Icy Wind, but again, Lucario is so fragile, that already really adds up. The Shadow Ball, when debuffed, doesn't kill the Drifblim, unfortunately. So very good Icy Wind by them. You see, I'm already so low here. And triple resisted counters, it still survives 1. But as long as I get to my Shadow Boy, I'm fine. So, Drifblim lead. To be honest, I lost most of them. This is just one of the wins. You probably also see a loss that I've put in here. I didn't put the absolute hard counters in there because they're just not interesting. I lost to like a Drifblim double counter. Like my Lucario just has nowhere to go, right? Once they answer my my Electrode with their Lucario. But yeah, that's like those games I don't find very interesting. I want to show games where I can like show the win cons or where I have no win cons at all. So this is one of those people that stay in. They're gonna throw like an Icy Wind and swap out. Icy Wind does about 50%, so I don't want to take that. I want to get that shield for my Lucario later, so I throw Wild Charge immediately, and they do shield it. Now they're probably gonna throw their own. They need 2 more for another Icy Wind here. And they're probably out. They're gonna swap immediately, because if they don't, I can get to another one. Yeah, in comes a Drapion, which from this health will survive it. And I get the CMP, so it's really nice. If you don't see a move coming through, it's usually CMP, so that's good. As you can see, it does a lot of damage. It's a very good IV Drapion, though. So it will survive regardless of any matchup here. They throw Aqua Tail. I'm double debuff, so it does a lot. Unfortunately, I barely don't get to that move there. Very unfortunate. And it's gonna be tough, because I can't use shields. If I use shields, so I guess Aqua Tail here. If I use shields, the Drifblim one-shots my Lucario, right? So I can't shield there. But if I take it, I'm also in trouble, right? So I'm gonna try to like farm this down. I think this is an Aqua Tail. Can't shield anyway. Like I need to keep shields for my Lucario. Is it the same line? It's another Drifblim. It's the Drifblim again. So this kind of sucks because he's not gonna shield here. The Shadow Ball obviously does more, and I have one win con here, which is him throwing an Icy Wind right here. See if he does. I don't think I can take this out now. I cannot counter this thing down. He has so much energy here as well. So sometimes if you can get shields down and you can get the energy on your Lucario, he has his own, by the way. So I don't think I would want it regardless. Sometimes it can work, sometimes it doesn't. Alright. Lucario into Empoleon. This is usually comes with a Frostless and or Drifblim, so it's gonna be a very tough game. They say swap the Frostless. My team has no hard Frostless answer. This is my best one. This is basically my best one. I like to like just straight pop here. If I can get my Electrode on that Empoleon, that'd be great. It's like the hardest answer there is to it. But I don't win this even straight power punch. I only win that straight power punch if I do it from the start, right? But in that case, no one will shield it, so I keep baiting here. And since they already used one shield and didn't take two of mine, they might shield this again. Which they do, very nice. And now I think I can power punch and farm this down. I'm gonna try at least. But I'm pretty sure in the two shields, Lucario barely doesn't win it because they should get to that third avalanche. They hard swap that Toxicroak at this point. It's kind of over. Right, their Empoleon will be aligned to my Electrode. This Toxicroak has nothing on my crest. Look at this, how much side cuts already did. I want to make sure I have a lot of energy in case Frostlass comes in, right? Otherwise, Frostlass will still take out one of my mons. Doesn't really matter. Electrode will take the team. Will carry the team anyway. So in comes Empoleon. This is fine, honestly. Grass Knot in Great League still does quite some damage, right? Empoleon is not the bulkiest Pokemon. At this point, I could swap my Lucario and counter down in 2 counters, honestly. Well, I was gonna, but he decides to throw immediately. He probably predicted me swapping my Lucario in right away, so I do respect that play. As you can see, if they did one waterfall, they probably would have died with all their energy. So, yeah. And they did have another avalanche here. This is a CMP, so I think Frostlass would have won 2 shields there. And then it may have been a bit of a different game, though Electrode probably just one-shots both Pokemon, right? Alright, Lucario into Empoleon. This is against Hank Sully, a very good Finnish player. Again, it's gonna be tricky. I expect Frostlass and something else in the back. What's it called? The Drift. They say so. They're one of the hardest answers, and I decide to catch. The reason why I bring my own crest here is because I have 2 hard answers to Empoleon anyway. It's only gonna be a problem if they have like a Drifblim with energy advantage. I actually rather lose this matchup, so I can get like some energy on my Lucario, but they get the attack debuff. This actually does not help me at all. I want to counter this down later with Lucario. Another Moonblast, that does fine. I get the 2 Grass Knots here. Maybe I get a shield or something. Hopefully I get a shield. See what they do. I don't want them to farm me down. I will swap immediately if they yeah. I'm gonna swap into my Electrode immediately because I don't want them to farm me down. That will give me problems. And I'll let them throw. It's fine. If they are, this might be a Drifblim in the back, so I decide to shield here. Gonna throw this energy ball immediately. That will almost take it out, not entirely. We won't even know because he swaps into Gastrodon right away. I'm a grass type, so I one-shot this thing. But in the 2 shields, it's actually so-so. It takes a while for me to get to that energy ball. And the Mud Slaps are neutral because I'm also electric, right? I think I want to get to another one here. Gastrodon against Lucario obviously isn't great for me. Yeah, this is actually looking quite nasty. Because I need to land one move, and I don't think my Electrode will get there. So I decide swapping Crest immediately to get the defense drop. I'm somewhat fortunate with my drops, I guess. I didn't want it at all against Crest, but it is what it is. And I'm just hoping Lucario can finish with a Shadow Ball, and the counters it probably does. Boom. Oh, that does so much damage. And I will take out this Gastrodon. Empoleon had no energy, so it dies to 1 counter there. Good game, Hank Sully. Alright, now we're gonna see a showcase of kind of poor team building. They have a Drapion for my Electrodes, not great. This is one of my first matches, I believe. They decide to throw Crunch right away, which is fine for me, honestly. I'll just throw Wild Charges now. Again, they do survive one. Barely. Barely. Really barely. Again, this is pretty an IV-dependent matchup. And we see Empoleon that. Really nice for me. Get a shield advantage. And he's really low that he doesn't get to another move on my Lucario. So I'll farm it. I really kind of want to farm it down with Cress as well, but it's kind of risky, right? If I miscount by one, he might get to a Crunch, and that would suck. Now I want to get one counter in. I bring in my Cress and never kill it. Don't do this! Very disrespectful for Cress. Another Pachirisu. Again, this is a lead that I hate. This thing is very bulky and it beats the fighters in this meta. I'm gonna try to catch Thunder Punch, but I should always try to swap on like 4 or 5 volt switches. They never throw Thunder Punch immediately. And this is not the worst matchup. It's not a matchup you win generally. You don't shield the first one here. That's obviously not. Because if you do, like the moves after the Wild Charge will one-shot you. So that's why you keep the shields. You take one move. I'm gonna go for another Energy Ball. I think this is a misplay. I should probably go Wild Charge here. Because the Psycho Cuts don't really add up that much. They shield anyway. If I get a defense drop there, I'd be very happy. For the first move, I recommend to go Energy Ball though. They Grass Knot me. Kind of figured they would, but doesn't matter. I barely didn't get to the Wild Charge there. A Wild Charge wouldn't kill. It does about 35%, I will believe. I think it barely wouldn't kill, so I didn't feel the need to shield there. I'll throw the Shadow Ball here to take this out immediately. And I have a shield advantage on Cress. And now I do catch a Thunder Punch, so that's good for me. Right, because this does nothing on Cresselia. Pop. In the back is an Empoleon. This is so fine at so far. So far it's fine. Problem, Lucario is not gonna do much. It kind of dies to Pachirisu. I don't exactly remember how this match went again, but I know that it was gonna be very close. Because my charge moves on Pachirisu don't do that much. I'm gonna throw another Grass Knot here. If they let it go, that's fine. If they don't let it go, it's also fine. I'll probably farm down with my Lucario. Not sure how much energy I had there though. Let's see. I had nothing. I had no energy. And the waterfalls really add up. I'm definitely in Thunder Punch range now. They're 1 volt switch off a Thunder Punch, and it switched between 3 and 2 volt switches. So they now need 2 volt switch to get to 2 Thunder Punches. And I need to get to Shadow Ball. I already know at this point that I don't get there. Because I need about 7 more, and I need to be there in 6, which I'm not. And this CMP, I need this Power Punch to kill. It doesn't. I just want to see how close I can get here. And I wonder. If I threw Power Punch earlier, maybe I had it. But also, if I do that, I get a counter less, I think, right? Yeah, I get a counter less. So, kind of an offset there. The next battle is against a Frostless lead. Again, this is kind of my best Frostless answer. I just want to get this low. Lucario gets Frostless in the 2 shields very low anyway. If I double shield, so I'm gonna go straight Shadow Ball though. I feel like sometimes if people throw Avalanche immediately, they might just no shield. Bye. Good prediction by me. And I swap in my Cresselia immediately. Figuring that their hardest Cresselia answer is probably gone. And since they're staying in, it's very likely a Lucario in the back. And I just win. Because they will shield there. Yeah, this is a very comfortable matchup for Cress. I'm being comfortable with being careful with them catching. I don't want them to catch a grass knot on their Lucario. Just a mud bomb, I believe. Might shield anyway? No. Because the Hisui and Electrode wins the one shields against Lucario. And that should do it. But since I let the grass knot go, I can just count it down with my own. I don't even have to show my third here. They can power punch, it's fine. This might even take me out. But I don't want to reveal my third. Which I reveal now on stream anyway. Well, on video, sorry. Beelzebub, always good battle against this guy. See what he got. He got Cress. Again, very tough lead for my Lucario here. I'm gonna stay in for a bit anyway. Not sure if I stay in. Cresselia leads usually shield. I try to catch. I don't get the catch though. They answer with Drapion. That's a pretty hard answer. But Drapion has to throw kind of quickly. They can't come out with too much energy if they don't shield. As you can see, Moonblast already does so much. And a Grass Knot will take it out. Maybe not at 1 HP, but again, if they let that through, I just shield and win the matchup. 2 crunches will take me out. They throw immediately, very smart. If they have Crunch Sludge Bomb, they might not get there here. See, I want to wait out the clock a little. I have some energy on Lucario, which is really nice. Does he get to another move? He does get to another move. And I know shield, I know like a Moonblast does way more, right? So I know shield. Aqua Tail does do quite some damage though, which is not great. And I'm gonna blind bait. Knowing that they probably come in with Crest anyway, and there's like nothing that want to eat Shadow Ball. They block it, so it's really nice from here. Shadow Ball wouldn't have taken it out, but it will take it into counter-down range, so it's a good shield by them. They actually caught the move on their Munchlax. They want to flex and catch the Shadow Ball on their Munchlax, but I made it again. And now I'm just gonna go straight countering on this thing. Look at how low I get this thing. Incredible. And I get some farm on this Electrode. They barely don't get to a Body Slam, which is huge. Because now they need 3 moves to win the game. And I think I also do. But let's see. They didn't have too much energy because they already threw a Grass Knot right on my Lucario. Yeah, this is a very good showcase of Electrode. I just need 2 Wild Chargers now. And since they got a Psychic Cut through there, that implies that they don't have 2 moves. So that's game. They can stack 2 Grass Knots. It's 50 energy. But if they get a move through, I should also get my move through after that first charge move, and just hit them with another Wild Charge. And that's game. That's a game very well played, and interesting catch by them. Very bold catch. Alright, we got a good lead here. Oh, I think I remember. This is the fuck up. This is my fuck up. Because they're gonna say swap Drift. I have 1 Drifblim monster, but even this answer is so-so. Look at their CP, by the way. I just noticed. They just want a shiny flex. The thing here is, if I no-shield this, and I wild charge, and they shield, I think they can hex me down. Because I double debuff myself, right? So I'm gonna energy ball here, assuming they will shield, right? Because that will make sense if they want to switch. But they no shield. Fucking no shield. This is so bad for me now, because I'm gonna lose switch. And they come out with energy. This is incredibly bad for me. I don't even get to 2 here, because I still need 2 Thunderstrokes at this point. And I think I died to 1 hex after this wild charge. Yeah. This is so bad. Chat, this is how you not play this. I think you just have to double shield and go straight wild charge, swap very fast. You're gonna see what they have in the back, and it makes perfect sense for them to no shield my energy ball, to be honest. It makes perfect sense. We're gonna see what they have in the back. Because I think even if I get that Frostless, I can win this still, by the way. If I bait or land the Shadow Ball, I'm gonna do something risky here. People in this elo like to call things, so I'm gonna go straight Shadow Ball. If this lands, I win. If it gets shielded, I lose, and they shield. So good call by them. But honestly, if they farm me down, they won't farm me my Electrode down with this Frostless. And Frostless with energy against my Lucario and Cress would have been incredibly difficult. I'm not sure if I would have won that. I'm not sure if I would have. And I top left, because, yeah. That was a very hard loss by me. Just a showcase of how not to play it, right? You can only learn. But yeah, I think... I'm not sure in this video I may have lost like half the battles, but in reality I think I went like 17-8 or something. I gained quite some elo with this against. I'm so glad Ultra's gone, to be honest. Ultra was really tough. But yeah, I'm looking forward to using more of these Pokemons. I'm currently using Pachirisu as well. Sorry if you hate people using Pachirisu, but this is the chance to try it out, right? So if there will be a next video shortly, will be about that one. Yeah, thank you for watching and have a good one. If you find a better lead, please let me know, because I am clueless.